All right, I think we're just going to start right here. Today, you're going to learn how to build a very good funnel. This is actually the main funnel structure that all of the online businesses use, and you can apply it to your online business and actually generate a lot of revenue through it. And I'm going to show you the mechanics, all that it takes to actually make a highly converting funnel, and you'll just see everything that you need, because you need a lot of context, right? Like, you want to run ads, you want to have people come in to buy your stuff, and you actually want it to be efficient and actually well structured. So I'll show you how to do that right now, so you can make the most out of your ads or content, whatever you're running. So let's just get right into it. Let me switch to, all right, here we're at the Miro board, whatever it's called. So for you to actually understand how this works, we're going to start from scratch, right? So you have to have a basic understanding of how a lead magnet works. So how do people become leads? Usually you're giving them something in order for them to give you something back. So for an example, if I have a free PDF on how you can run Google Ads, in exchange for giving you that PDF, you're just going to give me your contact information, so I can actually use you for my targeting campaigns or for my newsletter or something like that, and eventually make you become a customer, right? So you were going to offer some sort of free value to solve a specific problem for them. However, that free value, not to get too much into this, that free value is supposed to be an introduction to bring them awareness for an issue that they have, or to actually help them buy a solution that you have. So basically your product, your free value, will create an issue, right? And they have to buy the next step after that, which could be, another PDF or an ebook or a tutorial or a course for them to solve the problem, right? So they got an introduction to the problem, on the top of the funnel. We already went over this, and they want to actually solve the issue, and then they got to be upsold and etc., right? So not to get too much into that nuance, we're just going to keep going with the fundamentals here, right? Because those are actually what converts. I don't expect you to know everything, but I'm going to show you everything you need to know in order for you to successfully create a highly converting funnel / landing page / lead magnet / opt-in. They're all the same names, right? But for different steps. So what you're going to do is, once you have your sort of free value to solve a specific problem for them, like I said, a guide, ebook, a PDF, a template, a webinar, whatever it may be, they're going to give you their information for them to be able to get access to it, right? So you're going to list the potential problems in your target market, and you're going to address every single problem and objection in the lead magnet. So how do you do that? Through marketing, through your wording, through your content, what it is, what it does, how it does it, right? So what is obvious to you is not obvious to everybody else. That is the biggest issue. That is the number one problem that I see most people face in the industry. That's a problem that I actually faced myself, and it takes a lot of practice, right? Because of what's simple to you, it's not simple for other people. So you're going to take an hour to write out ideas and problems for your target market, and you're going to take those ideas and you're going to overcome them and address them in your page, right? So here's how we solve objection number 2, number 1, and we do X, Y, and Z, and it's awesome. And we solve objection number 3 by doing this. And your prospect has to have the idea that you know what you're doing, right? That it's a no-brainer. So these guys know what they're doing. I finally found the right guys. Nice, that's great. So that's pretty much what you want to accomplish, right? That's the transformation that you want to have in your prospect, right? You need to make sure that you're addressing every single objection in that page for them to keep rolling in with the process, right? So for an example, we have 2 very bad examples here. So ebook reveals how to stop relying on referrals by leveraging paid traffic. So you're selling the transformation here. So an ebook that will make people stop relying on referrals, and it's just going to make it, their life a lot easier. So make your business go viral, like a something there, right? Now here, which is the correct structure, which is you're calling out the audience at first, and you're giving them the headline and a video for them to click. Once they click, they actually get to a form and etc., and they keep going down funnel, right? So with that being said, this is we're not going to get into that one yet. So this is pretty much how a funnel starts, right? So you have your calendar page, right? From the calendar page, they're going to put their name, email, phone, answer some questions, and then they're going to the thank you page. Once they go to the thank you page, you have a few options, right? You can have them go to a closer, and then you can collect some cash, or you can have SMS flows and email flows to get them more bought into your product, right? So there's all of this craftiness that it goes with a funnel, right? Because a funnel is the complete marketing toolkit to get somebody bought in, right? So essentially what you want to do is, once you have this set up, this is great for you to make, your $5,000 to $10,000 a month, I would say, all right? Very difficult. I don't like this because it's too bare. So the market has reached a point of sophistication where this is just not enough anymore, right? They need more context, they need more value, they need more everything. And this is just not going to cut it anymore. So what we added is we have a VSL page now. So from the VSL page, they go to the calendar page, and then they go to the thank you page, and then they go to a closer, and then you collect some cash, which is your outcome. That's your goal outcome. So on a VSL page, so we have the pre-headline, the headline, sub-headline. These are all the components that I listed here that we're going to explore in a different video. But this is essentially what a VSL page consists of, right? Call to action, ready for this, book a demo call, and reviews here. So it's pretty simple. We're going to go back to the topic at hand, to the left here, and you're going to see why. So they're going to watch this VSL. They're going to see what it's all about. There are VSL structures that I also am going to include in this course because I'm that guy. So I will be including the scripts and everything for you to prepare them for the next step, which is to book a call. So they are actually more bought in. And you can actually leverage the form in the calendar to qualify them. So I like to call that a triage. So when you do the triage, you're basically eliminating the necessity of an appointment setter for inbound calls, right? So they're going to be prepared, and after they do the triage, they actually get taken to a prep video, right? And the prep video will do its job, the job of an appointment setter. Like, here's the deal, here's what you get, here's what you got to do, and etc. Do you want to move forward? Yes or no? Like, they can cancel the appointment that they have already booked, or they can keep going forward with it. But let's not get into that because there's too many moving pieces. That's the issue with making a course like this. I'm balancing myself between advanced and basic. But if I go too basic, it's not going to make sense. But if I go too advanced, not even either. So we need to be right in the middle where I can explain the whys behind this and this and that, because if you change one thing, it's like a butterfly flag. It changes everything else that is connected with that one thing, right? So this is your VSL page. The pre-headline is where you call out your ICP, which you can see right here. So attention coaches, mentors, and influencers, right? So this is what we're looking for. The pre-headline is the call out for an audience, and the headline is the offer. You get this right here or whatever, right? And the sub headline, which there's not one in this one that I showed you, is so that you is the desired outcome. This is where you sell the transformation, right? So that will make them actually want to watch your video. So those are just, tactics that you can do to increase your conversion rate, right? So a little instruction here: tap play and watch the training above, some reviews, Trustpilot, and etc. if you have that. If not, then it's totally fine if you don't leave it here. If you don't have it here, usually you can have your logo somewhere around here. Let me see. You can have your logo somewhere around the left here, or some endorsements, right? If you're sponsored by anything, if you're partnered up with any company, and etc. It's basically name dropping because you're investing in your brand, and the more branded something is, the best it is for you, because people like to trust a company, so they buy from people. But having a company back you up is very important because it makes you validated, right? It's just a subconscious thing. That's what I've noticed in the market these days. This is a horrible thumbnail, but it does the trick because there's a play button, how many views, and etc. And they click. Usually when they click, they get to a pop-up that we're going to show you soon. So, okay. Now, from the VSL page, there's a step prior to that, right? We're working backwards here, just so you know. So a step prior to the VSL page is the opt-in. That's where you get their information at first. And once you get their information, you can do a lot of things, right? Once you get their information, you can send them to an email flow, an SMS flow, to an appointment setter, or you can send them to your VSL page, or you can just collect a lead there if they're not really bought in, and use that for your retargeting or whatever it may be. So there are many things that you can do from an opt-in page. So same thing, opt-in, pre-headline, headline, sub-headline. Usually I like to have this identical, but bare, with no reviews and etc., just so they can click, and you can collect the lead so they can get access to the real deal. So I like to keep it very linear, right? If that makes any sense. So bare, pre-headline, headline, sub-headline, the thumbnail that will click, something very clickbaity, by the way, for them to click and actually input their information. Once they input their information, then they get access to this, right? Then they get access to the VSL page. That's the gift, right? That's the free value you're giving them, right? Remember, the free value, like that's a magnet right there. You're giving them a free value for them to give their information to you. So a pop-up shows up, collect the info, name, email, phone, basic stuff, email flow, SMS flow, appointment setter, or VSL page, right? Those are the things you can do. And this is usually how a funnel is supposed to look like. There are many other types of funnels, right? There's low ticket funnels, there are free trial funnels, and etc. like that. But then you're dealing with buyers, right? You're dealing with people that are ready to buy something. And when you buy something, you expect it to be fulfilled, to be delivered, right? So there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it, and I'm also gonna I might not show that because it's very advanced. You shouldn't be worrying about a high ticket funnel right now. If you can get calls booked, then it's already a huge win. But you can manage to make a high ticket funnel. I will try to make a video on that later down the road. Now let's go here for your lead magnet. So this is usually how your lead magnets should look like, right? Like we've said before, like we revisited right there for, a couple of times. Having your logo on top with a branding, some endorsements for PR, Trustpilot for PR, which is good. If you have it, just use it. If you don't, then don't need to worry about it, right? As long as it's valuable and you're an honest person and you have some case studies to back up for that, sure. You have a clickbaity thumbnail, which is super important. You got to make people want to click. You're selling to click. Remember, once again, I'm going to keep repeating that until you have that engraved in your mind. You're selling to click. Having a clear background is very important as well, because it's easy on the eyes, right? It keeps people focused on the content that you're delivering. So for an example, I have a clickbaity thumbnail, and then I super like a background with a bunch of like a college picture with a scrapbook kind of thing, cars, money, etc., etc. Don't do that. That's stupid. It makes you look unprofessional as well, right? And coming from a person that wears chains in a earring, I know what unprofessional looks like. Okay, so what you want to do, super light background, easy on the eyes for them to read. People are not going to read all the words. That's something that I learned. I don't read all the words. Also, I'm super well aware of that, but we connect them in our brain. So that's why a lot of people say, hey, you have to have your writing at a 6th grade reading level, because we skip that stuff, right? We read fast. So having your pre-headline calling on your audience or ideal client profile, your headline would offer in a sub-headline, which is the oldest marketing trick in the book, which is so that you, because that is the transformation, right? You're selling the transformation. And right below, some instructions, PR again, and then ready to book a demo call. Here's the thing. You can offer this, you can frame this as a consultation, you can frame this as a free trial, you can frame this as whatever you would like. The audience will do whatever you tell them to do. So if you tell them this is a free consultation, people are going to come in looking for information and expecting a free consultation. However, if you book it as a demo call, they're going to get a demo on the product that you just showcased. Does it make sense? Now, if you say book here for a free trial, they're going to go for a free trial, right? So you need to be clear with your intent here, because think about it this way. I really don't even have an analogy for that, right? It's just upfront. People follow rules. You know, people will follow what you tell them to do. And if you make a compelling argument, they will just keep going through that, right? So clickbaity thumbnail, we already went through that. And usually this is the first part. So when you open your phone on a landing page, like you'll just see this in the first step of the screen. But if you scroll down, this is what you're going to see right here. So what leaders in the industry are saying. So you're going to insert some reviews here. Some people, if you don't have any, that's totally fine. You can have people that you partnered with before, people that have been in touch with you, people that you have, taught them something. You can have them here. Ask them. You can ask them like, hey, can I use your information here to for a review? Like, would you mind giving me a review? Would you write something for me? And you can just slap those there. Trustpilot for PR again, if you have that stuff. And another call to action, right? It's awesome. It's very important to have a call to action at the end of every section of your website, landing page, opt-in, whatever it may be, lead magnet, because you remind them that that's the reminder that they need for them to keep moving forward, because that's what you want. You want them to move forward through the funnel, right? So scroll down a little bit more, you can use this. So see our best case studies. You have to have a highlight video, which is pretty much your best case study video, right? And then a few more here and stuff. Like, I like to call this a love mural, because you get to show the customer, what is this? You get to show the prospect, huge ADHD moment here, my bad. So you get to show the prospect that, hey, he's worked with several people. I work with several people, dude. Like, you can trust me to deliver you results, right? And another call to action. And the same repeats itself right here on the thank you page. You want people to do the research, right? You want people to do their research on you. That's why it's so important for you to have a good online presence on YouTube, Instagram, and all that stuff. You got to have your name stamped everywhere on the internet. Think about it, real estate, right? So that's why it's so important. You're going to have all this stuff here that's going to help you sell more, essentially, right? So that's pretty much how this all works. I hope I didn't explain it too fast, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Like, you can drop something in the comments or in the chat, something like that, and I'll address them and make a separate video on it, whatever it may be. But usually this is how the structure should be. So just to recap, a person is going to open your page, right? So they're going to come from ads, right? So ads, and they're going to fall into your funnel, right? In your funnel, usually, okay, think about this as an arrow. God, never mind. Yeah, so they're going to get into your funnel. Once they get into your funnel, they're going to see all of this stuff here, right? They're going to click in because they want to see the video. They're going to go to the opt-in page. They're going to go get enrolled into the email flow and SMS flow. Going to head into appointment setter, and then move forward to the VSL page, right? But the appointment setter, you can do it like, for an example, if they didn't book a call, then the appointment setter gets the notification to actually reach out to this person, right? So it can be like that. And so the appointment setter, it depends on your workflows. Like, I'm not going to get into workflows here. So yeah, they get to your VSL page, they watch the VSL, they decide that they want to move forward, they go to the calendar, they go through all of these questions to qualify them, the triage, and then they get to the thank you page. Once they get to the thank you page, they watch another separate video. This is a different one, by the way, to prepare them for the call. Once they're prepared for the call, they have the choice of watching these, and then they actually go to your closer collects some cash, and there you go. You have another client for whatever the heck you're selling. So hope this video was valuable. I am very excited to be showing you everything I know about this, and yeah, I'll just see you in the next one. Peace.